Up next is a holistic treatment Margot is very passionate about, as I learned during our interview.
Nobody wants to pick up the animal that's not friendly. They don't know why. I mean, they want the dog that's at the front of the cage, not the poor one that's sitting in the back. Why is that one sitting in the back? Find out.
After that, I had to learn a little bit more about Reiki and its healing properties. So Margot introduced me to Michelle Lowry. While Gracie's mission offers a lot of financial support, there is much more to the organization, including a major advocacy component.
We need to do a Reiki program in shelters that will help animals feel less fearful, less stressed. We can get them in and out of shelters so much faster if they're happy.
And there is one woman doing just that, Michelle Lowry, one of Margot's strongest supporters.
Margot's an amazing person with a very definite mission on helping people to not only introduce them to alternative therapies, but providing the finances for people that can't afford it. She's so passionate about bringing these modalities to people and having them understand that there's many different options to healing your animal now.
Michelle leads Reiki programs at shelters in both Maine and New Hampshire.
Reiki really recharges the cells of the body so that they can do the healing and bring the body back into balance. So it works emotionally, it works physically. It's very subtle. It's just like them gravitating to this person and not to this person. They're feeling the energy of the person, and they like this one and they don't like this one for whatever reason.
On this particular day, we observed several animals from the NHSPCA shelter. One dog coach didn't take to the therapy, and then
it's amazing to watch them. Some animals will gravitate to the Reiki straight away. And some animals, like you saw with Coach today, that took half an hour to finally go, oh, this kind of feels nice, and oh, I can relax, and oh, I'm not so scared anymore. And it's just having the patience to just sit and wait.
Michelle uses both history of the animals, alternative medicines like oils and gemstones to assist with the Reiki treatment.
I offer them to the animals, and the animals will gravitate to one thing or another.
And sometimes,
every so often I'll get an image, or I'll get a sense, or I'll get an emotion, or I'll get a feeling. And I'm learning to work with the dog, and what does that mean? The change has been just incredible. And you just look at these dogs and go, oh wow, that was the same dog I started working on, X weeks ago or a couple months ago. A lot of the animals that I work with, when I volunteered just my own time with this, I don't expect to see them again the next week, because most of the time they have a Reiki session, something shifts, and they're gone within a few days.
Once we can get through that barrier, then we can do the training and the behavior modification, and that still needs to happen, but you need to have the animal in that right state of mind and able to produce that feeling.
You're providing them with something that they recognize as being safe and loving, and there's no agenda to Reiki, you're just simply giving them energy. The program is now running successfully in 2 shelters, which I'm thrilled about, because this is such a deep passion for me, and I'm just looking to expand it further into other shelters. It's proving itself to be a really good program.
For a shelter, the rewards are endless.
One of the reasons that we find animals are surrendered is because of behavior, so it was really important when we built our beautiful new facilities to ensure that we had a behavior and training program, both for the in-house animals, but also for our community's animals, to keep them in the home.
Volunteers will come to me all the time to say, oh my gosh, what happened? What did you do to this dog? It all of a sudden doesn't pull on leash, or it all of a sudden is friendly and outgoing. What's happened here? And that's what the Reiki's done. That's something that previously wasn't part of our training programs. That was added in, and that's the only thing that's different, that's changed. So we know by those kind of anecdotal stories that we're seeing a huge, huge difference with the animals.
Anything that we can do to help the animals reduce stress, help their behavior to shine so that they are more adoptable, and to be wonderful citizens in our community, and keep the animals in the home, all great things.
It never fails to fascinate me as to how these dogs respond to this energy. The more I work with the animals, the more I learn how to work with the animals, and it's just developed from there over time. We've been tracking what the Reiki has been doing and how it's been changing the effects of the dogs and making them definitely more adoptable.
And it's a rewarding experience for the people involved.
Anyone can get trained with it. It's a huge self-healing experience as well as what you bring to the animals. Everyone in the room has an experience that will change them in some way, whether they realize it in that moment or not. And so being able to bring this to kids, being able to bring this to the elderly, being able to involve these animals that want to give somebody a second chance of taking them and giving them a good home and allowing these people to experience these changes, it doesn't get much better than that.